What's up, everybody? My name is Joe Formica. I'm the founder of Bitesize UX, and I've been a professional designer and instructor for about the past 8 or 9 years. But today, I'm going to be your step-by-step guide through this short but jam-packed workshop full of UX design skills and fundamentals. So if you're new to UX design, this workshop is going to be perfect for you to get some experience, create a really awesome project, and most importantly, practice some of the skills that professional UX designers are using every day. This workshop is brought to you by Springboard and their world-class UX design courses. Springboard's UX design and UI UX design career track will deep dive into all of the UX and UI skills that you'll need over the course of a 9-month program. So you're going to get one-on-one mentorship from industry leaders, and you'll create a great portfolio full of UX projects, including an industry design project, where you're going to get matched with a company and a team to collaborate and create a real solution that solves a real business problem. No design background is required, and both courses include Springboard's one-of-a-kind tuition refund guarantee. Now, if diving headfirst into a 9-month-long design bootcamp feels a little intimidating, Springboard also offers an Introduction to Design course. This is a short 4-week course that is perfect for learning the basics of design without investing too much time or money up front. So if you're new to the design field, it's going to give you a great chance to road test a new career, learn some skills, and see if it's the right fit to take your UX career further. We've included links to all of these courses in the description, so check them out and make sure to use promo code BitesizeUXSB1000 to save $1,000 on your enrollment. All right, let's jump back into the workshop. So let's start out with the basics. UX design is a big topic, but to keep it super simple, it's really all about problem solving. So coming up with creative apps and design solutions, that is a big part of the process. But first, we have to really understand our users, their needs, their goals, and really make sure that we're solving the right problem. One easy way to think about problem solving in UX design is to break it up into user goals and features. So user goals are what the user is trying to do in their own words. So if we take our user Dana here, she wants to order the best Chinese food near her. Features are the things that we build and design to help our users accomplish those goals. So for Dana, who's trying to order the best Chinese food, we might create a feature called Cuisine Filter so she can find Chinese food, at a location feature so she can find restaurants near her, and we might add some ratings or reviews so she can find the best restaurant to order from. Yay! So keep that in mind, because now we're going to jump into our project. We're going to get some hands-on practice with these fundamentals by working on Cleanup, which is an app for people to find local volunteer events in their community. So let's take our user, Dana. She wants to find a volunteer event to sign up for, so she checks out Cleanup. So we know that Dana's goal is to find and sign up for a volunteer event that is going to be a good fit for her. But now we need to think about what features we need to include to help her do that. So right now, we're going to transform from UX beginners into the lead design team for Cleanup. And we're going to focus on this event detail screen to figure out what features and what information we need to put there to help Dana and all of our other users feel confident to sign up for an event. We have our user goal, which is a great start, but we still got some work to do. We still need to figure out what features we want to include to help our users sign up for that event. To give you a head start, we've created a Figma template for you to follow along with this workshop, add your designs, and create a great project to show off. So right now I'm going to show you how to make your very own copy of this template, and then we're going to use it as we jump back into the workshop. To make a copy of the template, you're going to click this link, enter your email in, and then you'll follow that link to see the Figma template. From there, all you have to do is click duplicate, and you're gonna have your very own editable version of this template to add your work to and to show off your project. Once you make a copy of that template, keep it open because we're gonna use it in just a second. So if you take a look at your Figma file, you'll see a screen that looks like this one. And here we've taken a bunch of potential features that you might wanna include in your design of this screen. In this next activity, you are gonna pick the features that you think would be most helpful to include. So you can do that by simply dragging some of those features from the list on the left over to the right column. Now, it may be tempting to use every feature, but this isn't really the best approach. Instead of creating kind of a Frankenstein app that does a little bit of everything, it's much better to pick out the right features, the ones that are gonna be most helpful to our user. So you'll get 2 minutes and 100 UX bucks to choose your features. Think about what information Dana would need to know about this event to sign up. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Good luck and choose wisely. All right, your 2 minutes is up. What features did you choose? If you're anything like me, there were probably a couple obvious ones, some easy choices, and then maybe a few others that were a little bit trickier. So these features that you just chose are a good start, but as we're gonna see in a second, the right combination of features can really only come from understanding and hearing from our users to learn about their needs and their preferences. The number one rule in UX design is that you are not the user. So our assumptions might be a good start, but we still need to talk to people to find out what they're really looking for. So in UX design, we typically find out these needs with research and interviews, and there are a lot of skills and techniques needed to become a great UX researcher. But for today, we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna watch an interview with Chelsea to figure out what needs, what preferences, what information she's looking for to confidently sign up for an event. After the interview, you're gonna adjust some of the features that you just picked based on Chelsea's preferences and some of the things you learned in the interview. For right now, just watch, listen, and jot down 3 notes from the interview that we can use later to help drive those features and our solution. All right, let's get into the interview. Hey, Chelsea, my name is Joe. I'm the lead researcher for Cleanup. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining this interview. How are you doing today? start with that.
Hey, Joe. I'm doing well, and I'm really excited to get started.
Awesome. So thanks again for agreeing to participate in this interview. Just as a little background, Cleanup is an app that helps people find great volunteer opportunities in their community. So today we're looking to learn a little bit more from you about what information and things you would want to see to feel confident to sign up for a volunteer experience. So does that sound good to you? Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple screens and walk through some things in the Cleanup app. And while I do that, I'm going to ask you some questions about what you would expect to be able to see and do when signing up for a volunteer event. So the main thing here is there are no right or wrong answers. We want to learn about your preferences, the information you would need, and what you're looking for. So be as honest as possible about sharing your feedback and your thoughts here.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. Let's take a look at some of these screens in the prototype. If we're opening up Cleanup, we're going to go to Find an Event. And let's pretend that you're interested in the winter beach cleanup. So you tap on that, you see this screen. You can imagine this for now as a totally blank screen. What is some of the information that you would want to see on this screen to make a decision on whether or not you want to sign up for this event?
Um, I would say in looking for an event like this, I would want to know what time it would be happening, on what day, what the event is, what it entails, maybe some pictures as well, stuff like that. Just like the basics of what it's about, when and where it's happening. Those would be the first things that come to mind. Even just like a quick description and some photos would be helpful. I would also definitely want to know a little bit about the organization that's running it and what they do.
Awesome. So if I'm hearing you correctly, some of the basics, when, where, what this event is about, a little bit of description, a little bit about the organization. Beyond some of that more basic information that you just mentioned, are there other things that you would consider?
I think I would want to know about like other people's experiences that have volunteered with the same organization. So I would probably look at ratings. I don't personally think that star ratings are really that helpful because I'd like to read detailed feedback from volunteers. Like, did they like working with this organization? Was it well run? Did everyone show up on time? Did they know what they were supposed to be doing? I feel like I can trust those more than star ratings. What else? The only other thing I would say is like, I probably would want to know how to prepare. Last time I volunteered for a park cleanup, we ended up doing a lot of painting, and I wasn't really ready to do that with the clothes that I had on. So I would just like to know how to prepare, even things like, should I bring my lunch or my own supplies? What would I need for that day?
Awesome. That is extremely helpful. Thanks for sharing that. Anything else that you might want to see on this screen?
I mean, the only other thing I would say would be, depending on the date and time, like if that date and time did not work for me, it would be helpful to see if there was another day that I could volunteer and help out with that cause.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you would go about that process if you, let's say, weren't available on the day of this event?
I'd probably look for other similar events like this one, like another beach cleanup or something similar. It wouldn't have to be with the same organization, but something along with like the same mission. I probably would search beach cleanup or something to see if there's anything similar to that. Or if that cleanup was available on another day, maybe that would be an option. And if it wasn't, I would probably try to see if there was another way I could help, like donating money or time, something in another way.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Thank you. That's super, super helpful feedback. So we're going to wrap up our interview in just a second. I wanted to just give you one last chance if there's anything else that would help you make your decision.
Not that I can think of for now.
Great. I want to thank you so much, Chelsea, for volunteering to participate. We really, really appreciate the feedback and are going to use that to hopefully make it easier for other volunteers to find events. So have a great day. Thanks again for your time. And we're looking forward to putting some of your feedback into action.
Thanks. Have a great day.
All right, so in just a few minutes, we learned a lot about what information Chelsea needs to sign up for one of these events. I distilled my takeaways into 3 key points that I heard in the interview. Number 1, Chelsea talked a lot about hearing from other volunteers and their experiences at this event. She also told us that she wants to be prepared for this volunteer event. That could mean knowing what to wear, what to bring, or if she should pack lunch or not. And finally, Chelsea talked about finding similar events based on a cause that she cares about. So if she can't make this beach cleanup, are there any other events like it? Now, you might not have the exact same takeaways as me, but either way, we're gonna use some of these insights to drive our solution and reprioritize our features. Now we're gonna head back over to our Figma file, and you're gonna have another 2 minutes to reorganize your features. So you can swap out as many features as you like from our first round. And you can also add one new feature that wasn't on the list based on some of the feedback and needs you heard in the interview. So I swapped out the star ratings for testimonials because of Chelsea's preference to get a little bit more detailed information from other volunteers. I also added in a feature called Other Events Like This. In case there's a schedule conflict with that particular event, can we show Chelsea some other ones she might be interested in? And I also added a feature called How to Prepare to help Chelsea and other volunteers know what to bring, what to wear, and what to expect. Now it's your turn to reorganize your features. 2 minutes on the clock, ready, set, go. All right, 2 minutes is up. Now we have definitely made some progress on solving this problem, but we're still not quite there yet. We have a list of useful features, but there are still a lot of different ways that we could design each one of those. For the location feature, there are a lot of ways to design it. We could show an address, we could design a Google map, we could have a diagram with some nearby landmarks, and we could even use something like latitude and longitude. So just from these examples, you can see that some of the design solutions are going to be better and more helpful than others. So now we're going to get into more detail with the features we chose and start to draw out what those features and what this screen might look like. So go ahead, get out a pen or a pencil and paper because we're going to start sketching. We're going to start out with napkin sketches. Napkin sketches are basically a way to explore a lot of different designs quickly and efficiently. So don't worry if your napkin sketches are not the greatest piece of art you've ever created. You want to think of it as a starting point to get the design and the layout and some of the features down on paper. We'll add more detail to our napkin sketches step by step and start to improve them in the next round. All right, let's start with a super quick exercise to get our sketching muscles warmed up. I want you to clear out some space on your paper and sketch this screen in 1 minute. Ready, set, go. Okay, time's up. Congratulations, especially if that was your first napkin sketch. Now that we're feeling warmed up, we're gonna sketch out our event screen for cleanup. In this exercise, you're gonna be doing 2 1-minute sketches of that event detail screen to start to put some of those features you listed into action. Next, we'll take the best of our 2 sketches and start to add some more detail to them. Okay, here are a few quick tips before we get started on our napkin sketches. Tip number 1 is to use your feature list. You don't need to start from scratch. Take some of those features you picked and think about how you might be able to sketch them to make them visual, interactive components. Tip number 2, don't judge your ideas. The goal of this exercise is to explore a variety of designs, so don't feel any pressure to get it right on the first try. Clear out some space on your paper and let's do this. First sketch, 1 minute, ready, set, go. One minute is up. Move on to your second sketch and try to explore some new ways to design this screen. All right, 2 minutes is up. Pencils down, shake it out. Take a minute to look at your sketches and pick one that you think has the most potential to help our users. Put a little check next to it, and then we're going to start to add some more detail to some of the features you designed. Okay, our napkin sketches are a great start, but we still need to add some detail to make it a useful and usable experience. So in this section, we're going to level up our napkin sketches by adding some detail to what a user sees and how they interact with this screen in the Cleanup app. In this activity, you're going to have 5 minutes to take your napkin sketch and turn it into a detailed design. Before we get started, I have a couple tips and tricks to help you bring this napkin sketch to the next level. Number 1, use more space on your paper. Having a little extra room is going to help you with designing text and some of those other little details that can be hard to draw in a small space. Tip number 2, use more realistic copy and content. In your napkin sketches, you might have some placeholder images, some little squiggly lines for text. That's okay, but for this round, we want to start to think about what the user is actually going to see on this screen. Tip number 3, use consistent size, space, and layout. So take some of those button blobs that you did in your napkin sketches and start to think about what they look like and how they're going to space out and relate to other features on that screen. Now it's time to take that napkin sketch and add some detail to it. 5 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, go. 5 minutes is up, pens and pencils down. Now, you might still have some work that you want to do on your detailed sketch, and that's fine, but I want to take a second to appreciate how much work you've done and how much experience you've gotten in such a short amount of time. You have gotten hands-on experience with the most fundamental process in UX design, understanding what our users need and experimenting with different design solutions to help them. So if you found this workshop equal parts fun and maybe a little challenging, you might have a great future in UX design. To continue building this project and these skills, we've added some next steps in the Figma template that you can check out to keep up the momentum and to showcase all of the great work that you've done. But if you're feeling super excited about UX design and maybe ready to explore a career in it, a Springboard course is absolutely the way to go. You will get all of the skills, experience, and the mentorship to break into a career in UX. And you can save $1,000 on your enrollment cost by using promo code Bitesize UX SB1000. That's all for now, so thank you for sticking with me, and more importantly, congratulations on getting that first UX project under your belt. Can't wait to see what you create, and hopefully I'll see you on another workshop soon.